I ever be free? Have I
We'll have.
crossed the line? All the things she said, 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 all the things she said.
That is not bad. The tone's sort of roughly there, and the notes are not perfect, but in the right ballpark. Oh my god. Okay, even that is not awful, it's loud and intense. It's so intense, and then goes this really crap MIDI guitar. This is like secondary school level Battle of the Bands. I'm really pretty happy with the drums. Oh, even the fill.
I want it now. Fast chance to lose control.
Those are so different than the other chords. Okay, the riff isn't far off. It's definitely not right. It's like Muse on the NES or something. The solo, oh god. Okay. Oh my god. Take it easy, Matt Bellamy, come on. This kind of is a Muse solo, but if the guitar was out of tune, it's like I'm trying to find the notes that they're just not there. They're really not. It's oddly like really close to the original, but then really not in other ways. The notes are not correct. One slight issue with this track, some of the vocals are in Korean, and I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to handle that yet. I was a ghost, I was alone, something in Korean. Got a problem, child, cause I got too wild, but now that's how I'm getting paid, being Korean on stage. You could tell even I found myself funny there. Being Korean on stage. It's such a bad joke.
Like I'm born to be.
Oh, that's not bad. I've actually got some like unintentional harmonies in there. It's a little bit pitchy there.
We're going up, up, up. It's
They're very underwhelming. It's supposed to be like the big epic chorus, and it's like
up, up, up with our voices. Something in Korean. Gonna be golden. Waited so long to bring these
it's like a real like
down.
just dubstep moment out of nowhere.
Feel like me. No more hiding.
That breath in.
Shining like I'm born
I mean, this
to
part
be.
isn't. If it had a good singer over it, wouldn't be too bad. Can you tell that I am not a singer? Be honest.
We're going up, up, up with our voices. Something in Korean.
I think that was a valid way around not knowing the Korean parts.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Why? Why is it so bad? Oh my god.
Coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running.
It just sounds like a really bad MIDI. It's like the worst karaoke version you've ever heard.
So much to do, so much to see, so what's wrong with taking
Alright, can the chorus redeem
never
it?
know if you don't
Let's
go.
hear it.
You never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get the game on, go play. Hey
Why is it so bad?
get the show on.
Why is it scary? It's not supposed to be scary. Whistling. Go to the moon. Go to the moon. This isn't bad.
Go to the moon.
The DJ scratching. That's pretty spawn.
Hey, yo.
Go to the moon. And then it's back to this. It's like final level boss music. God, the ending is so abrupt. It's... That's not bad. It's the right sort of sound and the right sort of notes. Even this synth sound isn't bad. Okay, here we come. Building up. It's gonna hit hard here. It's like some weird, like, dark industrial cover of it or something. It's just alright. It's like, it's not bad. For once, it's actually not, like, unlistenable. Alright, here comes the dropout. And the big build before it. That big whoosh, that airplane sound. Those timpani hits. I don't think Darude used timpani on the original. Hello. Welcome on in, everybody. Abelenia, welcome on in from a plane on your way to LA. Amazing. I hope you're having a lovely flight and I hope you'll have a lovely time out in LA. Grandma Trash, welcome on in. Disco Raves, hello. I'm not Marta. Hope you're all doing well this evening. There was a kitty in the hall just a second ago, screaming very loudly, being like, I want to be let back in the bedroom. So we started closing the door up here. He's like, let me in. Crystal Destiny, hello, welcome on in. Welcome on in, everyone. I hope you've all had a good week. Tonight, we're going to be recreating the Malcolm in the Middle theme with the laptop muted, of course. The original song's Boss of Me by They Might Be Giants, but we're going to do just the snippet that's in the theme, I think. Keep it nice and simple. I'm feeling a bit tired tonight. It's been one of those weeks where it's been really long. It's been a long old week with lots of stuff to do. We've had trips to the doctor. My partner's still not feeling well, and she's taking some time out of work now as well to try and recover. So it's been another one of those busy weeks where we've had lots of trips to do, lots of things to try and plan out. So yeah, a bit tired, bit of a later start. Yeah, starting 9:30. So we've got less than 2 hours to get it done. But I think if we keep the song to just like half a minute, then I think we'll be fine. Disco Raves, thank you very, very much for the resubscription for 3 months. 4 months in total. Amazing. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. La Pizza Lazuli. Tomorrow I really want to volunteer again, but my hand is a teensy messed up, but getting better. Not risking a glove to use there and then put on another pair of gloves. What happened to your hand? I'm sorry to hear that. Is that at the, I'm assuming, Bird Sanctuary? I'm assuming. It looks very cool. The birds are very, very cool that you're showing in the Discords. It's been a long time since I've gone looking at any birds. We went to, there's one like not too far from us, so we went to a few years ago. That was nice. I can't even remember the name of it now. But it's like a proper wildlife spot, so they're not all just caged in. They can kind of come and go as they please, which is nice. I think you got scraped up from overusing the broom and brushes. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that recovers nice and quickly. Grace, thank you very much. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Let's just get started. We've got a couple of hours to do this in tonight. Let me change my scenes. So yeah, we're going to be recreating the Malcolm in the Middle theme. They Might Be Giants. Boss of Me. That's the plan. We're going to keep it simple. Do just the 30 seconds or so from the theme. There's not too much going on in this, so I'm hoping we can do it relatively quickly. How much squash do I drink in a day? That's a good question. I try and have a decent amount of water throughout the day. I really should switch out to just like some lemon water or something, because I know squash isn't like the best thing to be having. Crystal Destiny. It's just the two of us on your list. I've just thought of it as not too busy, but not too thin, if that makes sense. It might be. It might. I don't know. I'm gonna write it down so I remember to put it on my list. If it's not already. Is that a duet? It feels like it should be. Just the two of us. I don't think it is, but it feels like just based off the name and the lyrics. You and I. Yeah, I should do that. I should definitely do that. Yeah, there's so many songs to do. I need some time to do a proper plan for some of these streams. I really want to do something from a musical soon. I want to do some kind of duet. I want to do something from a Disney film. And of course I want to just do like some of the chart toppers, some of the classics. We still haven't even done like Bon Jovi yet or Journey. There's some real big songs that are like classic karaoke songs that we haven't done yet. Plenty to do. Hydration is hydration. That's true. And hydration is key. For good from Wicked, two birds with one stone. Yeah, that's true. We could do. There's some very difficult songs in Wicked that we could do. Some very long songs as well. I was thinking something from Grease would be good. Probably the opening song from Grease. Or just do the whole medley. Just do like every song from the film. Or do Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, that would be good. Maybe we need like a whole musicals week or something. Right, let's get started with this. Should we do drums first? Or maybe we could do... Yeah, let's do drums first. Let's go with some punk rock drums. They're kind of like a punk rock ska sort of band, I would say. Probably more on the ska side. I've not listened to tons of They Might Be Giants. But this one kind of feels like it could be like a Blink-182 song or something if it was like just a bit heavier, if they lent more into the guitars. It's got that kind of vibe to it. So I think the pattern at the start is fairly straightforward. It's on a ride cymbal. I didn't make note of how frequent it is, but it's at least every beat, if not every eighth note. So that'd be like... That feels right to me. I think a couple of snares there at the start, and a crash. Let's put on a crash left and turn them up a bit. Yeah, that feels right. Okay, let's get a bass in. So I feel confident we can do this one relatively quickly. I don't think there's too much to it, really. We are in the key of C, or at least we're starting in C. I think we end up in G. And the bass is starting on that C note and kind of doing a walking pattern down every bar. Ding, boom, boom. Yeah, I think we do something like this. So we're in C, and then to A. We're just walking down the whole way, so we're going probably F sharp, or no, G. Boom, 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 boom. I think we can just copy this over. I'm going to try and edit up a video either after the stream tonight or tomorrow morning to put out tomorrow. Because it's been a little while now. It's been a little while since I've been in the practice of putting out 2 a week. And I want to try and get back to that. And ideally, I would have put one out Wednesday or Thursday. But it's just been busy. So I'm going to try and put one out tomorrow and Sunday instead. That's my plan. And also get another YouTube video out soon. But it's hard to keep on top of it all, to be honest. Luckily, it's the bank holiday weekend here in the UK. So we get 2 whole extra days to the weekend. Boom, 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 boom. Do we go up here? It like walks down. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, I think. Doom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do. Doom, boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do. Do 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 do. We go up to an E probably. Do, 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 do. Yeah, twice the speed of that. Do 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 do. All right, I think that's in a good place. The first few minutes of the live are always really quiet. The chaos isn't made yet. It's just eerie silence and the occasional drum hit. Boom 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 boom. And then we need a big drum hit here. We need like a tugga. Probably open hi-hats. And definitely snare. And a kick there. We could either go flams on the snare or snare and open hi-hat. Probably that. That's how I would play. I would play it with the open hi-hat, I think. Boom, 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 boom. Do 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 do. Let's get an organ sound in here. This is like an organ that plays some held notes at the start. Go with a B3 organ. Let's pick one of these. See what we've got. A C major chord. Probably something like that. And it's like quite spread out. It's like dling, like bling, all spread out. So I think we could do. Might even just do something like that. And what are we doing on this bass? We're literally stepping down to A to G. So the guitars, I've written down the guitar chords for this intro, and they're just doing C, D, E minor, C, and then an E. But the chords on the bass and the organ are definitely changing every bar rather than every 2 bars like the guitars. So I think we're going to an A minor here. It could be an A7 because the guitar is going to keep going on that C. Doom, doom. And then we go to a D here in the guitar. So we could do, and then we're in a G in the bass. So we could do a G7 would work. Because that's just like a G with a D chord stacked on top. So we can just do a D, a G, and either have the 7. Let's go with the 7. Or we could just have the octave, but I think let's have the 7 in there. And then we can go to the actual D chord down here. Yeah, that's fine. And then we're going to an E minor. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know what we do here. Would we go down on the... Maybe we could go down. Follow this down on the organ too. What are we doing here? Just literally going down each note. Maybe. Meowington, thank you very much for the heart and the Go Popular. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. That sounds like the sounds of a hockey game on its own. Like a ba 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 do 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 do. Like that type of organ sound. It's not exactly what I had in mind for this. Okay, I might just keep that like this because I don't know what exactly is going on there. And we're going back to a C at the end. Right, we need some guitars. Let's head over to Splice. We want some ska style guitars. Where is Splices here? With the drums it sounds okay. Perfect. Let's find a ska guitar. And we want C major, and then a D major, and then an E minor. So let's get electric guitar. We want just some single chords, ideally. So let's put it in the key of C major. And I'm hoping we can find just a single strum on its own. Which it looks like that could be. It's a really like classic ska guitar sound. Just some like really jing, 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 jing sort of chords. I'm hoping one of these will match that. With any luck. You've never seen Malcolm in the Middle? Classic show. I would say from the bits I've seen of it, I feel like it holds up relatively well. It's obviously got Bryan Cranston of Breaking Bad fame in a completely different role. It's very good. There's some very good clips from it. I'm sure you can find some good compilations on YouTube of bits that would... It's obviously funnier once you know the characters and stuff, but I'm sure there's still some that are good out of context as well. I think let's take a chance on this one. We'll drop it in, see if it looks completely wrong or not. Loved it as a kid, love it even more as an adult. Yeah, I feel like it's one of those shows that you maybe get more out of it, like, with a bit more knowledge about the world. Let's put this in. And obviously there is a reunion special happening next week, I think. They're bringing it back next week. So I figured it's a good time to do it. I'm going to try one of these other ones. I don't particularly like the look of this. I think this is going to be too long. I want some really short sounds. We have ska in here. I would have thought we would, but apparently not. You've been rewatching it recently. Amazing. Yeah, I'm quite tempted to rewatch some of it now, to be honest. After listening to the theme song all day. None of these are looking quite what I was hoping for. This funk one could be the closest, to be honest. Yeah, the theme does have lyrics, so we're going to be recording some lyrics again tonight. I don't know if I'm going to do a great job of them or not, but we'll see. Okay, this looks a bit more promising, I think. And what tempo is that? It was 127. So if anything, we probably want to stretch it back that way. So we're probably like double tempo from that. So let's chop that there. Let's put it on the bar line. Actually, no, we want it on the offbeats maybe? Or definitely. Doom, doom, bam. Doom, boom. Okay, yeah. On these offbeats. So that is in C major already. We're gonna have to find one in D, in E minor in a second. So that's fine. We'll have that over that. And we want to go up 2 to get to D major. D major. Okay, lovely. E minor. Let's find something that looks kind of similar. Maybe this one. Looks like it could be okay. Get rid of that. This one looks like it's got a similar waveform. Maybe this one. No, I'm gonna go with this top one that I went straight to before. Let's drop that in. Okay, not quite what I was hoping for. And it's very long. We might want to get that to 16 bars. Maybe. Okay, no, that could work. Let's trim that there. And then we also want that on the offbeats. So copy that there. Copy the whole lot. Make that an E minor. And then we're going back to C for a bar. And then we will put some big distorted guitars in as well. So that should be the intro. Do 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 do. Perfect. Let's get some big chunky guitars in. What's the best thing to search for this? Like, let's just literally search chunky guitar and find something good. Let's look for an electric guitar. I want something. Let's look for an E minor. Ideally, I want just like some power chords. So maybe I should search chunky guitar power. And then let's look in E minor. Electric guitar. And we just want some big strumming chords. Not an ARP. Not a low haze. We just literally want like... Cactus, welcome back from the bunny cleanup. I bet they keep you busy. the bunnies of it there. A lot of work. That could be okay. Let's give that a go. We need 2 guitar parts for this chorus bit. So that could be alright. Guitar Genesis chords lead. If it's anything like Genesis the band, then that's not at all what we want. Electric guitar chase, that could be okay. Let's try that one. Drop that in. Definitely more work than a cat. That doesn't surprise me. Our cats pretty much look after themselves. Even if they go slightly too long without being fed, they will let you know. Let's make that 16 bars. Okay, we can just chop that down. I'm tempted even to just chop this for this section anyway. What chords are we going to? Okay, we do need minor chords. I think here we want this to be. We really want to make sure these notes get hit hard. So let's put that like that. And I'm tempted to put it up an octave as well, because it's quite a high guitar part. Let's go 35, 35. So that should be like. And then let's find some major chords. So we want a G major. Major G. I mean, that looks fine right off the bat. The Wall of Sound guitar. I think we could get that going. Maybe we'll just go with that. Now this one does have chug in it. I do want a chug in guitar. Let's try that. Come on. Oh, maybe not. That doesn't look so good now that I've dropped it in. This one could be fine. Guitar loop chords. Let's try that. What else we got? Power chords mono. Perfect. That'll be great. That'll be great. Drop that one in. Okay, fine. Right. I don't think that top one's going to work at all, so let's get rid of that. Let's make this 8 bars. Let's make this 16 bars, I guess. Maybe. Then let's chop it to a single bar. So this is G major. And then 2 bars of G, followed by 2 bars of A minor. So that was an E minor, so we want to go F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. Going up 5. When someone starts a diesel engine halfway through the song. God. Yeah, we do seem to somehow always end up with mechanical sounds in these songs. I don't know how it happens. We're going up to C, so that should be another 5. G sharp, A, B flat, B, C. Yeah. All of these can go up 5 to C. That should be like boom, 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 boom. Going up to D. Plus 7. And then that all repeats. The bass gets to do some more interesting stuff, to be honest, than the guitars. And then we want to make sure this last chord just rings out. Doesn't need to chug along anymore. We just want one nice long held chord. Do, 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 do. Probably these for 2 bars, I think. Right, let's do some drums. Let's get 8 bars worth. Probably. Right. So the bass and the drums are pretty locked in on this chorus. They're doing like a do 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 do. The snare is always hitting on 2 and 4, so I think we can just lock that in now. So it'd be like boom, 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 like that. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do. Or maybe we go here. 2 and. Boom. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that'll work. And then open hi-hats, probably on every beat. With a crash at the start. And then let's get the bass in. So we're going G. And we're going to just lock it in with this pattern, I think. So in fact, what I will do is copy that and then move it to the right note. And then let's see how that plays out. That might be too much. I like the bit at the beginning that sounds like someone buzzing in on a 1970s quiz show. God. I don't quite remember that in the original, so it's got me a little bit concerned. Welcome on in, Big Man 83. Hope you're doing well. So that's like boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Let's do it. Let's do it. Not quite as many notes as this. Meg, hello, welcome on in. I always find it a fun, cool fact that the theme is done by They Might Be Giants. Yeah, it is. Jumping Bean, hello, welcome on in. I must admit, I don't know a huge amount of They Might Be Giants discography. I feel like I've heard some of their other songs. Yeah, it's always interesting when there's like an established band doing a theme for a show. So I think this is fine. I might take out that note. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding. And maybe that note. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, that feels right to me. And then we're just climbing up. Ding, 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 ding. I thought that was a bit too long. That makes more sense. They did the Other Father song in Coraline. Really, in Coraline? I would not have predicted they would be in Coraline, of all things. I'm going to have to look that up. Let's copy all of that. And we need to put in the organ part. So that should be like... Boom, 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 boom. And we need to put in a bass fill at the end here, actually. boom, boom, boom. Do, 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 do. So I think we can just do something on every beat. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do. And we're ending up on a G, I think. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Do. Do, 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 do. That would work. And then at the end, we go boom, 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 boom. Boom 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 do 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 do. So we need to put that in. Can you do the Peep Show theme? Yeah, it's on my list to do actually at some point. We should try and do just some of the bits that are like sprinkled throughout the episodes as well. We can do the whole like do 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 do. And try and do some of those. Emmy, hello. Thank you very much for the heart. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. So I'm trying it at the end here. There's like a snare part that's like do 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 do. So so I think it is just do 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 and then a big crash at the end. And let's just make the bass do the same thing because I don't know what else to do with it. When you said that, I thought you meant recreating bits of it. Yeah, just little snippets of the intro, not the whole thing. Jay, hello, welcome on in. You feel so late today. I started late today. That's part of the problem. It's 10:10 my time. So yeah, it's getting on already. Let's snip that here. But yeah, we're doing just the intro to the Malcolm in the Middle. So I don't think it's going to take us too long. And in fact, I think we might be done. Oh no, we need to do the organ part. Once we've done the organ part, I think we're done. Angus, hello, welcome on in. No, but some reviews had to sing some of their kids' songs in choir in primary school. Very nice. Istanbul, not Constantinople. It's from the 50s. So it must be a cover. That's another good song we could do, actually. It's a 1953 novelty song by Jimmy Kennedy. That's a good song. Yeah, They Might Be Giants is one of the best known versions of it. Okay. PJ Harvey did a version as well. He used a loop from it as inspiration for a track. Okay. Anyway. Bum 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 bum. Do. Sheila, hello. It's 4 a.m. where I am in the world, but who cares? My show is on. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for stopping on by at 4 in the morning. That's outrageous. Didn't even know there was a 4 in the morning. Can't guarantee I'll be late tomorrow. I'm going to the movie theatre at 2 p.m. No worries at all. What are you going to go see at the movies? Have a great time. Jumping Bean, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, I'm flagging tonight. I'm feeling real tired. It's been a long old week. Luckily, this is a short song, so I think we'll get through it fine. Are you going to go see the Mario Galaxy movie? Very nice. I've still not seen the first one. I heard Jack Black's Peaches song, but that's about the extent of my knowledge on the first one. I've been hearing mixed things about the second one. Some people really liking it, some people not liking it so much, but I feel like you probably know what you're in for with these sorts of films. Bum 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 bum. Probably ending on the C. And we're putting that in the second bar. Bum 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 bum. We're just going up the scale. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 do, do, do. Can't be any worse than the early 90s movies. I don't know what you mean. They really captured the essence of the games. They're great, they are. You want to see Project Hail Mary? Was that good? I read I've read his earlier books, but I haven't read Project Hail Mary yet. I do like Ryan Gosling, so I feel like that's going to be one that I would like to go and see at some point. I'll probably wait for it to come onto streaming or whatever. You can't not hear when the Saints go marching in. It's a very similar melody, to be honest. Let's put in a long-held note at the end there. Are you allowed to give notes? You certainly can, although I have a history of chat not always leading me in the right direction. So feel free to suggest, but I never know whether to trust the chat or not. So it's about 50-50 as to whether I actually listen to the feedback or assume that people are deliberately throwing me in the wrong direction. It was good, a bit of a tearjerker. That was surprising. Yeah, I feel like his previous films and books haven't necessarily been like super tearjerkery films or stories. So that's interesting. You're not the saint of me now. Dos, hello, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. One of your favourite shows, No Pressure. I feel like every song I do is somebody's favourite something. And then I inevitably end up ruining it. Right, I think we're in a good place to do some vocals now. I think so. We'll just have one more playthrough, make sure I've not missed anything obvious. I've always been curious about how chat influences your decisions. Yeah, it's like I can never be too certain. Okay, I think that's good. I think that'll work. Barely recognizable, just the way I like it. Melody's too quiet. That's a good shout. That would make sense. So what we can do is boost that up. We can even put it on its own track. And then turn that up. And in fact, let's turn everything down so we can make sure the vocals are audible. Since I haven't heard the theme song, it's original for me. So it's an exact recreation, is all you need to know. We haven't heard Clyde in a while. That's true. Yeah, we haven't heard Clyde in any of the songs for a little while, and I completely forgot. We do have the real life gong for when we get any subs, and Disco Raves did sub right at the start of the stream. So here we go. I'm afraid it's always going to be too loud. That was fine. That wasn't too loud. There we go. The Disco Raves' sub gong has been fulfilled. Beautiful. Please raise the last note of the repeated organ part. I might explode. Sure, let's have a look. Bum, 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 bum. Do 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 do. I think you're right. I think that should be. Yeah, we're in D major, so I think we should end on a D. Do 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 do. Okay. May have saved the entire song. Da, da, da. Something like that. Alright, let's record some vocals. We do need to find some other songs. Am I hitting it with a spatula? No, I'm not. I've got a little beater, but it's like solid wood. So if I hit it, like even if I just tap it really lightly with it, like that's already so much louder than if I've found this little like fabric pouch to deaden the sound a bit. So that I can give it like a proper hit and it not be horrifically loud. Otherwise I have to like tap it. I don't know who made the decision to make it solid wood. It's just not quite the same effect if I have to like tap it. So I need to like wrap it in rubber or something, this beater at some point. So this is my makeshift solution until I have time to do anything. It's the same gong from Five Below. When you bought it, did you say it was going gong? I didn't, but I missed a trick there. It is a very high-pitched gong. Yeah, one day I will have a huge gong behind me here with a like real big mallet that I need 2 hands for. One day, we can only dream. Did the original song have a fairground vibe? No. No, it did not. Which has me slightly worried. Yeah, my neighbours will love that. Cliffy Boyo, welcome on in. When am I going to do Gong with the Wind? God. How many gong pun songs can we find to add a gong to? If I ever got a big gong, I would need to do a series on TikTok of like adding gong to popular songs and just recreate all sorts of songs with a gong. Malcolm in the Waltzes. God. Right. What pitch do I need to sing this at? You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. And you're not so big. Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Yes, no, maybe. That feels about right. Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now. Do. Okay. From like here? Never gonna gong. Never gonga. Never gonga give you up. It's a bit of a stretch. Stuffy sounding like a specific part of a Foo Fighters song. Okay. I'll listen out for that when I listen to it at the end. We haven't done any Foo Fighters yet. I'm not even sure I've got any Foo Fighters in my to-do list. Maybe I do. Yeah, we should definitely do a Foo Fighters song though. There's so many good ones. Right. Yes, no, maybe that's the pitch I need to hit. Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Just getting the tempo. Okay, that feels about right. I might go from back here, just give myself a bit more of a lead in. Everlong's your favourite? Everlong's a good song. I think The Pretender's pretty good as well. Learn to Fly, another pretty classic one. Or Monkey Wrench. There's a lot of good ones we could do. Yes, no, maybe. I feel like I'm completely losing the timing. Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? Okay, that felt roughly in the right place. Maybe if I count it at half the time. Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? Okay, other than being a bar too far behind. Way too aggressive. When you ask Sam if he wants to stream. Maybe. Can you repeat the question? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, yeah, that feels better if I can tap it out at that tempo. Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? Okay, that seemed fine to me, I think. Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? Okay, that seemed fine. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not too big. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not too big. Life is unfair. Perfect. Let's make that all stretch out to be longer. I think with that we're done. I think nice and straightforward tonight. Nice and to the point. Not so big. What did I say? I said not too big. And you're not too big. For God's sake. Alright, let's do that again. And you're not so big. Why did I say two? Right, let's zoom in a bit. That would have been a disaster. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. Life is unfair. Great. Nailed it in one. Ignore the previous take. I think we're done. I think that's all good. That's bang on an hour on the dot we've been streaming. All right, let's have a listen. Nice and simple. We will be back again tomorrow night doing something probably a bit more in depth. I'll probably have a bit more time to prep tomorrow, so we can do something a bit more ambitious. As for what exactly, I'm not sure. Maybe we will just jump in and do something from a musical or a duet or something. It is a bank holiday tomorrow, so I've got more time in the day. I keep thinking like Don't Go Breaking My Heart could be fun. I haven't done Bad Touch yet. No, that's been on my list for a while as well. Maybe we could do Ebony and Ivory. There'll be some bad harmonies in that. Simpsons theme I have already done. Did that a while ago. That came out surprisingly well, I think. Yeah, I think we're overdue something from a musical or something from a Disney film. So yeah, we're definitely. I'll have a think. Yeah, there'll be definitely something good we can do tomorrow. Family Guy theme could be fun. Yeah, I haven't done that, and there's quite a lot of vocals in that. The Maggie sounds still haunt me. Let It Go. Yeah, that's almost like the classic modern Disney song, isn't it? How's my Italian operatic voice? Could do Time to Say Goodbye if I want a duet. That might be a bit ambitious. Time to say goodbye. Do, 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 do. Anyway, let's have a listen. For anyone who has recently joined, we have been recreating the Malcolm in the Middle theme. Boss of Me by They Might Be Giants, but my laptop has been muted the entire time. I've not been able to hear anything. We've done our best to recreate it using MIDI and samples, and we did some vocals. Now we're going to have a listen all together and see how close, or probably not close, to the original I got. Let's just hear this. Yes, no, baby. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me. Oh my god. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss it's a real mess. Okay. There is a lot going on here. Life is unfair. Wow. Life is very unfair. All of these guitars are wrong. It's got super like clown. It's got big clown vibes. Big circus vibes, big clown vibes. Yes, no. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. It's the Funfair Nightmare version. Life is unfair. These last 4 bars. Life is unfair. That's probably the most accurate part. It's definitely supposed to have a bit of like a ska feel to it. The choruses, the verses definitely do. I don't even know where to start with this. The drums and bass will be fine. They're fine. The organ... What did I do on that chord there? I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking with that. Yeah, it definitely doesn't need that seventh in there. I was wildly off with the melody here. Ba 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 ba. Wildly off with that melody. And then these guitars. These are supposed to just be like jing, 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 really like ska guitars. And instead we've ended up with like da-dunk. That's great. And then, who knows what went on with these guitar samples. That on its own. Not what not what the original called for at all. And then I can't help but feel like these are going to be even worse. I mean, like, all of these are fine on their own, but together.
You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. You're not the boss of me now.
It's got that country twang to it.
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now.
Oh,
You're
God.
not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of
I actually quite like this guitar on its own. Boom, 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 boom.
You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. Life is unfair.
Oh, what a mess. There's Everlong in there somewhere. I'm sure there is. Somewhere buried deep in there. We want a Gong and Clyde edition. Sure. Let's find them all. Let's try this again. There we go. Grandma Trash, thank you very much for the sub. Very much appreciated. That calls for a gonging.
Yes, no, maybe.
Put the thing off.
Know. Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not
A real life gonging. There we go. Thank you very much for the sub, Grandma Trash. Very, very much appreciated. Let's get the other gong in here. Anna, thank you very much for the follow. Where is our beloved? Drop that in. And then we need Clyde the horse as well, because obviously. This section of the stream definitely makes no sense to anyone who hasn't been around before. Thank you, John. You're a gong. Sure. Let's just whack the gong in all over the place. And Clyde will sneak in there at the end. All right, here you go for all you Gong and Clyde lovers out there. It was a very weak gong. Yeah, I know. I don't want it to be super loud in my house at nearly 11 at night. The guitar samples are always awful. It's its own genre. Am I right at the abandoned circus? My friend and I say too many wolves all the time now. But you're right. I'm glad that's led to an inside joke. Did you hear the gong?
Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. Life is unfair.
The gong really ties it all together. And then our other classic thing that has started lately. I don't know how long this has before it's really run its course, but here we go. I feel like the jokes get old quick. Faye there saying the night call and then being so upset they were right. Amazing. Catastrophic, welcome on in. We can do another playthrough of the actual version. I might have a look at some of these samples again in a second and see if we can do anything with them.
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat?
Every decision was wrong with this one.
You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. You're not the boss of
It's
me
growing
now.
on me.
You're not the boss of me now. You're not
Is
the
this what
boss of
Stockholm
me
Syndrome
now,
is?
and you're not so big. Life is unfair.
It was going really strong at first. I don't know what happened. Let's have another listen to this part. I think that has potential to be something. Why have I now just noticed that this bass pattern? Ba 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 ran. Ba 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 ran. God, never get me to do any Beach Boys. That would go. There's so many vocal harmonies that would go so badly. Do, 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 do. Du, 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 du. No, that would be awful. Is there anything we can do with these? I'm just interested to have a look at this. I vote Beach Boys. Ooh. I don't know. It felt like there's maybe something there with those. I think we need some more variation in the notes. This doesn't feel quite right, this is just gonna make it worse, right? Yeah, definitely not. Without that though. That feels like the start of something. If we put some other guitar parts over that. I got a guitar pick. That's what I do. Oh, I do. I don't know. There's something there. Anyway, we will be back tomorrow with something new. Definitely not Beach Boys. Why is my light suddenly gone really bright? Definitely not Beach Boys tomorrow. We'll do something different. I'm just suddenly really, really bright and can't see anything anymore. Yes. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. Feel free to join the Discord in the meantime. It's the best place to suggest songs and all that jazz. We will be doing something new tomorrow. There will hopefully be a TikTok out tomorrow. Probably Shania Twain, I think. I think that's the plan. And then I'll be doing more editing and all that jazz. We're going to go find someone to raid. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in tonight. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you very much for hanging out. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye. And let's go find someone to raid on to. Thank you very much, everyone, for sticking around this evening and swinging on by. A bit of a shorter one. Bit of a chill one, I think. A bit of a later one. But it's been busy lately. Been lots going on, so hopefully, I think I say this every week, but hopefully things will calm down a bit and we'll have a more consistent schedule. Right, I think we can raid on to over to John this evening, who is doing some Warhammer painting. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea to me. What? Over we go. We'll be pleasantly surprised. Yeah. We'll assume the worst and be pleasantly surprised. Thank you very much, everyone, again for joining. I will see you all tomorrow evening. Enjoy some painting with John. And I will see you all next time.
Goodbye.